Good morning, campers. This is Crusader Rabbit, KBNY 5962, starting our broadcasting day. And today, for your viewer enjoyment on Thanksgiving Day, happy Thanksgiving, we are bringing you TitanQuest Immortal Throne. That's TitanQuest with the Immortal Throne DLC. And we are taking our level 20 warrior down into the Minoan Labyrinth that you will find at the end of Act 1, to the very last rebirth fountain right before the floor boss of the Minotaur, as we are farming for Stonebinders cuffs. And if successful, we'll have a pair of cuffs that give us +1 to all skills. So let's go ahead and start up in single player mode and normal difficulty. And here we are at the last rebirth fountain before the floor boss, the Minotaur. If I proceed to the right here, I'll eventually get to the Minotaur, but we're going backwards through the labyrinth. We want to face off against some Gorgons. Now, that Gorgon that just went down, that had a white name. So those Gorgons will not drop Stonebinders cuffs. Only Gorgons with yellow names, or like that one has a yellow name, that one will drop. Or ones that have brown, golden brown names like that one right there had. The one that dropped a guard's curious. Yes. I'm curious as to why it dropped armor, body armor, and not Stonebinders cuffs. Guard's Helm of Brawn. So I guess it has a plus to strength. We'll just sell all that stuff. I have item filtering turned on, so we'll only be seeing items that are magical, which are yellow, or items that are like Stonebinders cuffs, which are monster and frequents. They're sort of an olive green color. And then we'll also be seeing rares, which are a brighter green. See here, that's yellow there. That's magical. That's gold. And we'll also be seeing blue items, possibly, and those are epic items. Of course, this is normal difficulty, so we will not be seeing any purple legendary items, because legendary items don't drop in normal mode. Another magical item, some gold, some more magical items, some more gold. Ring there. We'll go ahead and save the game. And we'll jump back to the main menu. And start up again. Single player mode, normal difficulty, jumping into the Minoan Labyrinth at the last rebirth fountain before the end of Act 1. Just plow our way through the automatons there, and we find our first Gorgons. Those two that we went off against first there, they could have dropped Stonebinders cuffs. They had yellow names, but They didn't drop anything, unfortunately. And there's another Gorgon, and there's a Gorgon with a brown golden name, and it doesn't drop anything. Gorgon cuff. Well, we got Gorgon cuffs, not Stonebinders cuffs. Close, but no cigar. And we'll just remove the automatons here so they don't get in our way. And white. Those aren't any help. They won't be dropping what we're looking for. That one's banned, but the rest of these... Oh, and this one can also. But this one just drops a potion, and up here we just got a Gorgon crown. Oh, and we get a little charm there. Mechanical parts charm. That's nice. Of course, I'm wearing a piece of epic armor, so you can't put charms in epic items, unfortunately. And no treasure chests, so let's go ahead and save the game. Wow, we just barely started as level 20, and we're almost a quarter of the way to 21. Level up fast here, we do. As we jump back to the main menu, we'll select single player mode. We'll stay in normal difficulty. It's the only difficulty we can be in because we haven't finished normal difficulty yet. And we jump back in at the end of Act 1 to the last rebirth fountain before we would get to the floor boss, but we aren't going that way. We're going backwards. Find ourselves... Oh, another mechanical parts charm. Find ourselves some Gorgons like that one right there. Oh, and that one right there. But neither of them drop anything. Neither of them drop nothing. Of course, we have item filters on, so Essence of Archimedes' Mirror. That's a shield-only artifact. White. Now that one, there's two there, but neither of them are going to drop anything. And white. They will be of no help whatsoever. Or one hit killing those things. There we go. And back up here. Trying to get a little experience points. Finish off these Minotaurs. And we'll save the game. we'll go back to the main menu and start all over again. Single player mode, normal difficulty, entering into the Minoan Labyrinth at the end of Act 1, at the last rebirth fountain, before the floor boss of the Minotaur. I was trying to be so careful with this character to go through the game without any deaths. And I made it all the way through to Act 1 and got to Act 2. And then I came back to farm for the Stonebinders cups. And I got a little overconfident and I died. I died to one of those mob boss gorgons with the little star above the head and the brown, golden brown name. Now I'm not sure if I just have, oh, another mechanical parts charm. I'm not sure if I have, yeah, just one death. I'm not sure if that was while I was broadcasting. Might have been. And it's an arcane formula. We have a artifact. I wonder what the formula is for. Total speed. Attack speed would have been better. And it looks like we have 2 out of the 3. We don't have any spectral matter. So we can't make that yet. Somewhere we do. Just not on this tune. Spectral matter only drop in Act 3. Does that drop in Act 2? If you're in the tombs, will it drop there? Possibly. Well, let's go ahead and save the game. And we'll go back to the main menu. And we'll try again. Single player mode, normal difficulty, jump into the Minoan Labyrinth at the end of Act 1. At the last rebirth fountain, before you get to the Minotaur. And we'll make our way to the backwards to the 4 or 5 rooms that have some gorgons in them that might drop Stonebinders cup for us. White, 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 white. Everything's white. Everything has white names. Not helpful. Oh, there's a couple in the back there. There's one. And there's another one. Multiplier. And they don't drop anything except for an energy potion. And we'll remove the automatons. There we go. Oh, what did we get there? Gorgon sash. Not exactly what I was looking for. White, white, and white. Now it's just about getting some experience. You can see every now and then a monster will get stunned. I think the Ithacan Whomper is issuing out some stun there. For the Whomper, I had the... oh, another mechanical parts. I had a Deathweaver's leg tip I was using. But the Whomper seems to be doing a little better DPS than the leg tip. So let's go ahead and save the game. This run is finished. And we'll go back to the main menu and start all over again. Single player mode, normal difficulty, jumping in to the Minoan Labyrinth, the end of Act 1, last rebirth fountain before you get to the Minotaur. The first thing we'll do is take care of the automatons here. And fire shooting Gorgon getting on my nerves a little bit. Of course, it doesn't drop anything. And we'll pick up the couple of potions here and go around the corner to the next room where we'll find some more Gorgons. A few white ones and then a couple that have the possibility of dropping what we're looking for. And we get a Gorgon sash. And a Gorgon helm.
You can't carry anymore.
Oh.
You have no more room.
My goodness. Judas Priest, where did that come from? Bat Fang. Bat Fang. Gorgon cuffs of endurance.
Your inventory is full. You can't hold anymore.
That sure dropped late. Okay, well, let's go ahead and remedy this situation. We'll head off to Gnosis. Knosist. The Knosist with the mostest. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Yes.
My shop is a shadow of its former glory. We've fallen on hard times here. Still, perhaps I can help you.
Well, we certainly don't need any spears. Guard's helm, that's a intelligence thing, we don't need it. Just making sure we don't... This is all just magical stuff. What we're looking for are monster infrequents. Gorgon cuffs, so close, right table. Yeah, let's see. Gorgon helm. Gorgon cuirass. More Gorgon cuffs. I'm really good at getting Gorgon cuffs. Gorgon crown. We'll keep that. What do we get there? Bat Fang. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Bat Fang. Some mechanical parts there. Selling off everything. And guard's helm. So we won't be using that. The weapons we have are better than anything. And let's see, energy for a necklace we don't need. Golden fleece is nice. I have some golden fleece there, don't I? And it's complete. Let's see. Those can be sold. And that's intelligence based. That can be sold. There's a monster infrequent. The Sentinel's helm. You can see that it's olive green. Archimedes mirror. We'll sell the wraps there. What do we got here? Mechanical parts, mechanical parts. Energy we'll sell. Plus 8 to dexterity. I think we'll... That could be a startup thing. We'll sell the pets one. We don't have pets. So we can start taking this stuff and moving it over. And intelligence, we can sell that. The Bat Fang I don't particularly like, so we can go ahead and sell that. The mechanical parts I can keep. Let's go ahead and separate. I can move the mechanical parts over. If I can get to it. Well, we'll move this. And then I'll be forced to get to it. Yeah, there we go. And there. And do we have any other matches? 40. A little more. A little more defense than the Deathweaver's helmet. Armor only. Can I put that in the, let's see. Well, that's just energy. Wearing the glasses that I'm wearing, it's kind of hard for me to... Is there another one somewhere? Like there? There, it's completed. right. I'm just going to take this and tuck it over here. Might make some good startup gear. Only level 3. Okay. Let's go back and continue the run. Now that we've emptied out our inventory a little. Pick this stuff up for selling later. And let's take care of these automatons so they don't get in the way later. And a couple of gorgons there that could drop what we're looking for, but it doesn't look like they drop anything. Can't believe in that last room, the one before the automatons, how late that drop came down with those gorgon cuffs. And that was like seconds. Necklace of Brawn. That's something else that, if it's level 3, could be a nice piece of startup gear. I think the necklace I have has plus 15 to strength, so I don't think there's going to be anything better. At least at the magical level, you know. Yes, yes, yes. And let's go ahead and save. And we can go back to the main menu. I'm gonna get a drink of soda here. Mug Root Beer. Mug Root Beer. Official sponsor of our channel. No, they aren't. Very yummy, though. Mug Root Beer. All right, let's go ahead. We can start up another game. Single player mode. Normal difficulty. Jumping into the Minoan Labyrinth. The last rebirth fountain before the very end of Act 1. Get rid of these automatons here. Then we can work on that Gorgon. One that's spitting all the poison. White and white and white, and that one's brown, golden brown name. That can also drop Stonebinders cuffs, but it chooses not to. Instead I get a Gorgon Curiosity killed the cat. Ah. Come on. Come on. Swing. Swing bada. Hey, bada 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 bada. Swing bada. White, white, white. No help there. Get a health potion. Guards, Curious. Am I saying that right? Holy Toledo. Someone's on overdrive there. Goodness gracious. And we'll finish off the last 2 rooms here just for a little experience. We're almost halfway to 21. How much does my level have to be before I can start using that saber tooth in my inventory? Well, the next time that we're back out to Kenosis, I think that's pronounced Gnosis, the Kenosist with the Mosist. We'll check on that. Should be 21, 22, 23. How you can get into that saber tooth. And back at the main menu, we'll start up another game, single player mode, normal difficulty, jumping into the Minoan Labyrinth, the last rebirth fountain. At the end of Act 1, the last rebirth fountain before you would get to the Minotaur at the end of Act 1. But we aren't going that way. No, sir. We're going backwards. Guards Curious. A lot of Curious going on here. Curiosity killed the cat, I say. White and white and white. No help. Ah, there's a couple there. White and white. Those 2 yellow named ones could have dropped something, but they didn't. Little shield of strength. See how I stunned that guy. I think that's on the Ichthian Whomper. Ah, what was that drop there? Kind of a long name. I don't think it was Stonebinders cuffs. Hosta pasta. And white, and white. And that's the end of the Gorgons for this run. But we'll finish off the automatons here, gain a little experience. Over halfway to 21. We started, we were just barely edging into 20. I believe my last run, stream run, I had just popped 20. So let's go ahead and save the game. And we can go back to the main menu. And we'll start up again, single player mode, normal difficulty. And jumping in to the Minoan Labyrinth. The very last rebirth fountain for the end of Act 1. But we won't be going forward through to the labyrinth. No, we won't. We'll be going backwards through the labyrinth. You see how that mob boss got stunned. Bowed his head and cried. Another mechanical parts charm. We'll be able to complete that. Mechanical parts charm that we had 4 of 5. Another bow. Another hunting bow. Won't be asking for one of those for Christmas. I have quite enough. And another mechanical parts charm. And another mechanical parts charm. It's raining mechanical parts charms. But we're having a drought on Stonebinders cuffs. And we've saved, so let's go ahead and return to the main menu and start up again, single player mode, normal difficulty, jumping into the Minoan Labyrinth at the end of Act 1. And backwards through the labyrinth we go. And there's another automaton mob boss. Big one. Almost got 2,000 experience for putting him down. There we go. A couple Gorgons here in this room that can drop Stonebinders cuffs, but they just spew out a lot of poison and nothing else. So, okay. White and white and white and white and white. And we got a automaton to follow us all the way up there. We'll take care of the remaining automatons here. And then come up, and there's a couple more Gorgons here that we can possibly get a drop that we want from. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Nope, nothing. And last room, last chance. Oh, there we go. A couple more Gorgons here. Got a chance. And no. Nothing going. Nothing doing. So we'll finish off the automatons. And we'll come up here and finish off the minotaurs or automatons. Whatever they have to be. And the traps. And we got another mechanical parts charm. Gosh, imagine that. So let's go ahead and save the game. If I was farming mechanical parts charms, this would have been a real successful video, live stream. Unfortunately, let's return to the main menu. I'm farming for Stonebinders cuffs. And the only monster infrequent I've seen is that Sentinel's helm. I'll just stay here, single player mode, normal difficulty. Just keep grinding away, dumping into the Minoan Labyrinth, the very last rebirth fountain at the end of Act 1 before you get to the Minotaur. But I'm not going to the Minotaur, no I'm not, no siree, I'm going backwards through the labyrinth to get up to that guy right there that was rapid firing And another bow. Another hunting bow. Oh boy. And some gold. Just what I wanted. After a while, gold becomes rather useless in this game. I think there's some avatars that I have some avatars that I have gotta be a better way to say that. Some avatars that I have triple digit millions in gold. What was that? What did I get there? Well, not what I was looking for. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the Valor of Achilles. Yeah. And it's not the Valor of Achilles, it's the Aegis of Achilles. Right. Well, let's go ahead and we can put that mechanical parts on that and complete it. Now I have 2 complete mechanical parts. What's that? Gorgon cuffs. Yeah, not what I want. Okay. Let's continue on. Remove these automatons and then go up to the Gorgons here. White, 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 and white. One-shot kills on all those, I think. And there's one Gorgon there, and another Gorgon. So the ones that drop fire, well, the ones that spit fire or poison, they're the ones that are gonna drop Stonebinders cuffs. Guard's helm. Guard's helm. Not even Sentinel stuff. And no Stonebinder stuff. It's kind of strange. Usually I'll see other, Stonebinders helms or Stonebinders sash. And I'm not getting any of that. And finish off this last room. The automatons here. Wow, a room packed with automatons and mechanical traps, and I didn't get a mechanical parts charm? Not like I needed one, but still, what are the odds on that? Okay, let's return to the main menu, and we can try again. My heater kicked on. It's getting kind of warm in here. Thought I had the heat at like 69 or 68. It's feeling a little more toasty than 69 or 68, I tell ya. Let's go ahead and start up. Single player mode, normal difficulty. Minoan Labyrinth. End of Act 1, end of the labyrinth. Going backwards, trying to find a Gorgon that's going to drop a pair of Stonebinders cuffs for me. White, 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 white. Nothing going there. Necklace of Agility. White, 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 and white. Nothing happening there. And we'll take care of the automatons here. Then run up here, because there's Gorgons up here. There we go, that one could drop. That one there could drop. But they aren't dropping anything. That could drop. If they spit poison or shoot fire, those are the ones with the yellow names. And oh, there we go. Last chance. Oh, last chance for this run. Guards, curious. A lot of curiosity going on here. And we'll just finish these off for the experience. We're almost 3/4 of the way to level... Oh gosh, another mechanical parts shown. I'm saved. Excuse me. And it's a room full of minotaurs. Now let's go ahead and save the game. And then we can go back to the main menu. And we'll start up again, single player mode, normal difficulty, jumping into the Minoan Labyrinth. At the end of Act 1, right before you would get to the floor boss of the Minotaur. But we aren't going that way. We're going backwards. What is he doing? He's going backwards. Yeah, going backwards to get to the Gorgons that can drop Stonebinders cuffs. Of course, this isn't the only place where you can find Gorgons that will drop Stonebinders cuffs. However, it's probably the easiest accessed in proximity to a rebirth fountain like this one is. Other places you can find Gorgons that'll drop Stonebinders cuffs would be in the catacombs of Athens. And the other place would be off the Parnassus waypoint, and then you go through War Camp, and then you get to the cave there that has the Gorgons in it. The 3 sister Gorgons, whatever they are. And then the cave's right after that before you break out back into the open. You'll exit out of the caves there. But there's a few rooms that you go through in the caves, and they have Gorgons, and they'll drop Stonebinder stuff there. Still, just the ones with the yellow names or the brown, gold brown names. We'll drop it. And And we'll go ahead and save. We're like over 3/4 of the way to 21. Back to the main menu we go. And go ahead and start up again, single player mode, normal difficulty. This is like the 3rd broadcast that I've done for this avatar. And each broadcast has been at least an hour long. And I still haven't found a pair of Stonebinders cuffs. Sometimes I'll find them in the first broadcast. The RNG lords are not being kind to me. White, 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 and white. Well, there's part of the problem right there. White, white, white. Not helpful. White and white, not helpful.
You can't carry anymore. You can't hold your inventory.
Oh, yeah. Jeez Louise. Take a lot more damage from the minotaurs in this room than I do the automatons. Not quite sure why that is, but seems that way. Let's go over here. We can summon up our portal.
You have no more room. Your inventory You can't carry anymore. You have no more room. Your inventory is full.
Okay. Jeez.
My shop is a shadow of its former glory.
And let's sell off all the stuff we don't want.
Still,
Have enough bows, don't need intelligence stuff. We're not going to be able to improve on any of this. There we go. A bow. A bow. A bow. Rings and amulets. Don't need that. I think we're just going to be selling the mechanical parts from here on out. Don't need that. Don't need no curious. Mechanical parts, mechanical parts, mechanical parts. Oh, this is all used up, I guess. Let's see. Gorgon cuffs. a spear. Lightning, curious. Plus 6 to dexterity, level 3, maybe. Another curious. Plus to health. 7 to dexterity, 6 to dexterity. Is that a 3? Level 3? Yeah, we'll save that, I guess. What is this? Energy. We can get rid of that. There we go. It's looking nice and tidy.
Come again.
Take this and put it over here. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Gorgon Sash. Why am I saving that? No idea. Okay.
All right.
I think we got 1 or 2 more runs to go here. Let's go ahead and pick up whatever's on the floor. We'll sell it later. And we can save the game. And we'll go back to the main menu and start all over again. Okay, 2 more runs. Single player mode, normal difficulty, entering into the Minoan Labyrinth, end of Act 1, last rebirth fountain, before the floor boss, before the Minotaur. If you try doing this and you get to this rebirth fountain and you find that you don't have automatons in this room, instead you get bats or demon dogs spitting fire or skeletons or something other than automatons, you're going to have to exit the game. And I don't mean return to the main menu, I mean hard exit the game and restart. Oh, there's a mob boss, and it doesn't drop anything. Gorgon cuffs. Ah, killing me. You're killing me. Right table. Just didn't roll high enough. Didn't roll high enough for the Sentinel stuff. Sentinel stuff. Stonebinders stuff. Well, we didn't get Sentinel stuff either. Whoa, what was that? It's another arcane formula, I think. Nothing dropping down here. Necklace of Insight. It's going to be some Intelligence Plus, I think. And we'll finish off these. I think we'll keep doing runs until we get to 21. Wasn't that a song by the Eagles? 21 and strong as I can be. Something like that? No? Okay, let's go ahead and save. We're almost at 21. And then we'll go back and take a look at that. Sabertooth. See what level requirement we have to be for Sabertooth. 21, 22, 23. I don't know if they're all the same. They might kind of vary around. 24. I don't think it's as high as 24 or 25. I think 25. I think you have to be level 25 for Jade Armor. Imperial Armor, I think, is level 25. Okay, let's go ahead and start the game. Single player mode. Normal difficulty. Entering into the Manoan Labyrinth at the last rebirth fountain before the Minotaur, which is off this way to the right. We ain't going that way. No siree. We're gonna see if we can get a Gorgon to drop some Stonebinders cups for us. And that one can. And that one can. But no one drops nothing. White, 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 and some yellow names. But no drop from the yellow names. No drop from anybody. Stonebinders cuffs are a monster infrequent, so they aren't going to come out of the chest. It'll only be a monster drop. It'll only be from Gorgons with yellow or brown, golden brown, legendary sort of looking names. That one can, the rapid fire Judas Priest. Are we going to pop here? Are we going to pop to 21? Or are we going to have to do one final run? I think we're going to pop. More automatons. There we go. Oh, on the last automaton. Look at that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and save the game. And then let's go back to Kenosis. We can... The Kenosist with the Mosist. I think it's really pronounced Gnosis, but Kenosist is just more fun to say. The Kenosist with the Mostest. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and sell off the stuff that we don't want. That can go. And let's see what we got here. 7 dexterity, 3. Maybe that's a keeper. Gorgon cuffs we'll get rid of. Don't need a sword. Don't need the leggings. Mechanical parts will sell. We don't need an intelligence circlet like that or that. Intelligence will sell. That's our Sentinel helm. And we can sell that. And we can pop that right there.
Come again.
And we can take that necklace and we can put it over here and put it on our...
Have something to store?
Put it on a startup tune.
Goodbye.
Oops,
Good
but while we're
store
here,
and transfer.
let us take a look at I can't quite see what that says. It says like 22 or 20. Reading dark red on black as I've become older is not a lot of fun. Like on my Whomper, I can see the blue, the plus 4% attack speed. And the white, I can read the level 18 pretty well. But that dark red on black looks like it's 22 maybe. I don't think it's a 3. I think it's 22. I'll have to put some points into dexterity and go up another level. So we got a normal saber tooth. 18 to 41. We got an epic saber tooth there. What is it? 83 to 90. And then we have a legendary saber tooth there. What is it, like 115 to 144? Very fast, all with bonuses in attack speed. Yes. Alrighty then. See, there you have a previous run, Stonebinder's Crown. What's that down there? Previous run. Oh, that's a Sentinels Curious. We weren't seeing any Sentinel stuff, were we? What do we got up here? Stonebinder Sash. So there's Stonebinder Sash, Stonebinder's Crown, but we haven't been seeing any Stonebinder's cuffs, unfortunately. Yes, indeed. Well, I think we're going to end the broadcast here. We'll go ahead and save the game. And we'll exit back out to the main menu. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in to my Thanksgiving Day broadcast stream. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. This is Crusader Rabbit, KBNY 5962, ending our broadcasting day. Good night, campers.